showing us the way.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. We are back. We are back. The Advocates for Action, Evanston Cradle to Career Week Community Coffee. We have missed you. We have been on a quarantine, a quarantine hiatus, but we are back. We are back, and we are excited to be here for the community coffee. Evanston Cradle to Career works with over 40 partner organizations here in Evanston to make it the most equitable place it can be. So we are back. Good morning, advocates. Good morning, Mr. Man. We are glad to be back on Radio La Difference. We are excited today, so thank you for having and hosting. We have the Evanston North Shore chapter of the NAACP. Woo, woo. Excited. We are excited today. We are going to find out what we need to do. It's time to vote your voice. Vote your voice. If you guys saw Tuesday's debate, you guys should call everybody you know, tell them to turn on Facebook Live. The NAACP is going to let us know exactly what we need to be doing in this moment. I got my mail-in ballot. I'm ready. I need to so I am ready. We are going to get right into it this morning. We are going to start with Miss Willie Shaw. And good morning, Miss Shaw. We're going to talk about voting efforts. So I'm going to hand it to you.
All right. Good morning, Kim, and the radio listening audience. You know, I'm going to start out by sharing our NAACP mission with you, which is to ensure the political, the educational, social, and economic equality and rights for all persons, and to eliminate race-based discrimination. You know, so I want to say right off the bat that we know, particularly as African Americans and minority groups, that voting is absolutely imperative this year. We have got to get out and vote. We must remember, we must remember what our ancestors have gone through. We've got to remember the struggle, and that as our ancestors went through those struggles, they oftentimes knew that they were not going to benefit from the struggle, but their descendants would benefit. So we need to get to the polls so that those who come after us will benefit. So we want to show gratitude to all those who have come before us. And so before I get into the actual what we've been doing and what we need to do going forward, let me thank our partners, those people that are in membership with the NAACP in Evanston, and those that are supporters of the NAACP, because we do realize that we would not be able to accomplish our mission without those that assist us. So in the interest of time and without identifying specific groups, let me just say that we have 15 partner organizations that have been working with us during this pandemic and trying to get out the vote virtually. And we have over 100 individuals that have also been assisting us. Now, what have these partners and these individuals and the NAACP branch been doing nationally and locally? So I just want to share with you the national effort. We have a civic engagement strategy, one that's anchored in innovation, and it is backed by a data science firm. So we are very, very positive that we're going in the right direction. What we call it is indirect relational voter turnout. That is the name of the program. What that means is that where there's a high propensity of Black voters, we recruit them to encourage infrequent or encourage low voter turnout in certain communities. So with that, there are three phrases of this strategy that we go through. Phrase one is radio, like what we're doing today, digital programming, the use of all social media platforms, and of course, direct mailing. Then we take those platforms and we're targeting certain states, and those are called our battleground states, of course. The battleground states include Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Texas, Alabama, and Wisconsin. That was very early on in the voting campaign. Then we moved into phase two. Phase two of our national program, which actually just started yesterday, was launched yesterday. It focuses exclusively on using enlisted volunteers to mobilize infrequent voters in particular states. Those particular states are our Black states. And we have data that shows that no matter who the candidate is, what office they are running for, that African Americans control that vote. So our goal this year has been to increase that voter turnout by 5% compared to the 2016 election. So as the end of September, maybe even October 1st, we had over 500,000 people, volunteers that had signed up for this group. And that out of that, also about 5 million people that had texted and sent messages to those Black voters. Those Black voters are in, let's see, I want to get them all right. The first state was my own state, which is Mississippi. We have Louisiana, we have Texas, and we have Arkansas. So there are a list of states where the population of African Americans is very, very high. So those are the states that we're talking about. Now, when I say that the millions of people that we have in that campaign, that is a national program. And when I say we had about 100 or more volunteers in Evanston, that is only an estimate, because we are only at September 30th. Also, those people that volunteer in that program volunteer through the national site. And then the national site feeds us information about how many volunteers in your area have signed up, for that program. So now let's talk about what we're going to do and what we have been doing locally in Evanston. You need to know that all branches, not Evanston, but all of NAACP branches throughout the states, nationwide, and several countries that we're in are under the auspices, of course, of our national branch. So we get our leadership from national branch. So everything that we've been doing with voters registration is based on those three phrases of the national organization. So in Evanston, our efforts have resulted in 10,000 phone banking and texting contacts. That's the first thing. That is far beyond what we have ever done in the Evanston branch in terms of contacts. We've completed 800 direct mailings to Wisconsin and to Michigan, which of course are two of our battle states. We have 200 direct mailings that have been to Evanston residents alone. We have 500 contactless distribution of voting messages that we have gone out just to put on kind of cars in the local stores and malls and things like that. We have 150 voters information packets that have been disseminated at food pickup sites and some of the businesses in Evanston that have been open. We've also posted on social media 2 PSA videos. We have a third one that we're working on now that should come out probably in about 2 weeks. we've had 4 speaking engagement, and all of those 4 speaking engagements have been with non-minority audiences in order to share the concerns and needs of our community and to solicit their votes on our behalf as well. We've also participated in several of the rallies, unfortunately, that have gone on this summer, and we've taken every opportunity that we could to get the voting message out when that was appropriate to do so.
Michelle, y'all
Yeah.
said a lot. I'm about to stop you though, because we got 4 guests today.
That's right.
These efforts are so important, and we you know, the NAACP has been there, and we appreciate you. I hope everybody listening, all my friends, have an NAACP membership. You know, an NAACP membership should just be standard. It's affordable. You know, don't treat yourself to dinner one night. Get yourself an NAACP membership. We have to. It's important. It's important. Michelle, I love you. I can listen to you all day, but I'm going to go to Kathy Bradley, who's here to talk about key election dates, which are really important. So, Kathy, we're ready for you, and we're going to keep it to 5 minutes, please.
Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, good morning, everybody. Yes, I'm Kathy Bradley, and I'm from AKA, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and our local alumni chapter is Delta Chi Omega chapter. And we've been serving Evanston since 1948, 72 years. Our local president here is Dr. Deborah Hill, and we're so happy to partner with NAACP. We share some of the same values. We are nonpartisan. We do not endorse, and no matter who the candidate is. My parents migrated here to Evanston in the late 50s, and so voting is very, very important to our family, and I have hopefully instilled that in my children too. So key dates. There's still time. There's still time here in Illinois. We're one of the most generous states there is for voting, and so you have until actually my birthday, October 18th, to register to vote. And all the information I'm going to share with you, it's all provided by our county clerk's website, cookcountyclerk.com. I want to repeat, cookcountyclerk.com. Click on elections. You can find everything about yourself. Are you registered, et cetera? You know, where's my polling place? Okay, so we talked about the date of October 18th. If you happen to be registering by mail or by paper, October 6th is that deadline. So it's still the easiest way to go online with your state ID to register online. Some of the other dates are, then again, I am a deputy registrar, and what I get on the street is everyone tells me I'm already registered, but I say, are you registered at your current address? Because if you change your address, you may want to go ahead and re-register unless you want to go back to your old polling place, and we don't want to do that. You've been hearing many, many PSAs about get your plan, what's your plan, and we don't want to work on the plan on November 3rd. We know that's the election date, 31 days to go. You want to have your plan now. So early voting has started, as you see on the news this week, but for our local voting places near us in Evanston and Skokie area, October 19th will be the time you can start. So early voting is October 19th through November 2nd. And our local area here, the Evanston, the Lorraine R. Morton, Evanston Civic Center, 2100 Ridge Avenue. Still bring your form of ID with you. You may be challenged when you get there. Your signature may look different. So even though you're registered, please bring your IDs with you. The other spot for Skokie is going to be Oakton Community College this year. Not the village. Don't go to the village of Skokie. Go to Oakton Community College. And also the Skokie Courthouse, room 149. You can register there as well. And that's all these places are also early voting places as well. So if you wait until the last day on November 3rd, you can still, again, Illinois is so generous, you can register and vote at the same time, but you would have to do that at your local precinct if you wait to the very last day. And again, we don't want to do that. We've seen lines, we've seen where your polling place has changed, and you don't want to wait to the last minute. Now, for many of us who requested your voting by mail ballots, some people have received theirs this week. Some people got theirs yesterday. And there are drop boxes, of course, outside our city our civic center, and also look at my notes here. And you want to use those drop boxes if you can, and they are locked and under surveillance. And the hours from are 8:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. on weekdays and 9 to 5 p.m. on weekends to use those drop boxes. You can use your U.S. Post Office. We suggest that you mail those vote by mail ballots by October 21st. And they must be postmarked by the election date, November 3rd.
Okay.
Now, for some reason, if you change your mind and you've got your vote by mail ballot and you change your mind, still take that vote by mail ballot with you to your election where you're going to vote. If you change your mind, still take that with you. And for some reason, if you get there and they say you're not on the books, you can still request a provisional ballot. They must allow you to vote, and then your vote can later be verified by the county clerk, to verify your registration.
Okay. Are those all our dates?
Those are the dates.
All right. Ms. Joanne, I saw you taking some great notes. If you would put those in the comments so people can grab those dates for polling places. Well, Ms. Joanne or whoever was taking notes, I saw somebody say.
I do it. We want to remind everybody that, of course, you have to be 18 years old by the next election. So if you have a student in your household that is going to be 18 by November 3rd, they can register now and be ready to vote in this election.
That would be amazing. So get those seniors out, those 17 years olds out. We're going to be 18 by November 3rd of 2021 and get them registered. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you for those dates. Especially thank you for the information, because this gives me a great segue into we're going to get out and vote, and people are concerned because, of course, we're in a pandemic. So you're going to get out and vote, and so you're going to need to mask up. So when I take my ballot in, I'm going to need to mask up. And speaking of we have our student advocates are running a great campaign called Behind the Mask. And Radio La de France has agreed to run the promotional video for us. So we're going to take a break. Don't leave. We have some great NAACP information when we come back after the video. But stay tuned. The video was great. I see my Facebook family on. I see my radio sister Lisa. Taisha's on, Tashia, and she has some kids who are related to her in this video who are so cute. Thank you for watching, and Angie. Thanks, everybody. Don't leave. Stay tuned. The video's coming up.
My name is Meena Sharma, and I am a student at ETHS as well as a student advocate for Cradle to Career. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about what exactly this challenge is. So this is really purposed so that students all around the community of all different ages are able to relate important information as it relates to COVID-19, all the while staying behind the mask. So this is very important because we want to empower students to be able to amplify their voices and share information that will help themselves and others make sound decisions. So these submissions can be made in a variety of ways, including general PSAs, art installations, TikTok, spoken word, creative writing, poetry, songs, anything that you can think of. So entries will begin to be accepted on September 28th, and the deadline for these entries is October 26th. And you can send those to evanstонc2c@gmail.com. And the great thing about this is that you will get a gift card and gift basket if you are chosen as a winner. And then finally, I am Meena Sharma, and I am Behind the Mask.
Hola, mi nombre es Verónica y estoy aquí para hablar sobre la importancia de usar una máscara. Es importante usar una máscara para disminuir el riesgo de ser contagiados por el coronavirus y también estoy aquí para invitar a todos los estudiantes de Evanston a participar en un challenge que se llama Behind the Mask Challenge 2020. Recuerde, cuando usando la máscara, colócala sobre su nariz y asegúrese que la máscara está ajustada a su cara. También recuérdense, cuando se quiten la máscara, manténla lejos de usted y también sobre la superficie de cualquier lugar. Y cuando se la quite, recuerda de lavarse sus manos. Soy Verónica and I'm Behind the Mask Challenge.
Hi, everyone. This is Mayor Steve Haggerty, Behind the Mask. We know masks save lives during this pandemic, and we need everyone in our community to wear one. I'm so proud of the young people who are pushing this campaign in our community. Remember, everyone, wear a mask.
Family Focus Evanston is Behind the Mask.
Hi everyone, this is Claudia from Metro Squash Evanston, and we are Behind the Mask.
Hi everyone, this is Jude Laude, Director of Programs at the Youth Job Center. Here at YJC, we're all behind the mask.
Hi guys, I'm Jillian and I'm from ETHS and we are Behind the Mask.
Hi everybody, I'm Doug Silverstein, President of North Shore University Health System's Evanston Hospital. And on behalf of our entire team, we congratulate all the students who are behind the Mask Challenge. Let's keep all the residents of Evanston safe. We're certainly behind the mask.
Hello, I'm Lawrence Eckerling, conductor of the Evanston Symphony Orchestra. All of us at the Evanston Symphony are wholeheartedly behind the mask.
Hello, this is Demetrius Cook with the Evanston Police Department. And the Evanston Police Department, we are behind the mask.
This is Mike Ellis with ETHS Basketball. Last spring, our season was defeated by the coronavirus in our return three-peat trip to the IHSA State Final Four. Don't let it defeat you, your loved ones, or our Evanston community. Help us protect our opportunity of playing basketball this season, but more importantly, help protect your family and your neighbors. Together, let's defeat this coronavirus.
E-Town! Mask on, game on!
I'm the chair of the Evanston Arts Council, and we are definitely behind the mask.
Hi, this is Marika Ramos, Executive Director of Evanston Cradle to Career, and we are behind the mask.
This is Lisa Lede from Lift Your Life Radio on Radio La Différence, wanting to let everybody know that we support Behind the Mask.
Hello, this is Dolores Holmes, and I'm Behind the Mask.
Hi everyone, my name is Vesna Nunez, and I am a clinical nurse manager at North Shore University Health System, Evanston Hospital. I am so proud and excited to hear that the Evanston students are taking on the Behind the Mask Challenge. We at North Shore are committed to keeping our patients, our team members, and our community safe. So won't you join me and get behind the mask?
I am behind the mask.
This is Officer Adam Howard of the Evanston Police Department and the Officer and Gentleman Academy, and we are behind the mask.
Life in Progress is behind the mask.
Hi
Hi, my name is Tracy, and I'm a registered nurse at North Shore Evanston Hospital. I wear my mask to keep my patients, community, and coworkers safe. Won't you join me and get behind the mask?
I'm Anna, and I'm behind the mask.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lakshmi Halasamani. I'm a physician at North Shore University Health System, and I want to thank the young people for organizing this Mask Up campaign. None of us is an island, and the more we recognize how wearing a mask helps support and care for one another, the sooner we can get back to the activities and connections we all love and miss. Thanks so much for masking up.
Hello, who's there behind the mask? Not the Lone Ranger. It's Pastor Clifford Wilson encouraging you to wear the mask. It helps to protect all of us. God bless you.
We are behind the mask.
Everybody enjoyed the Behind the Mask promotional video. Thank you all who participated in it. It's really important. We're still in a pandemic, so as we're getting out to vote, we are definitely masking up. And we'd love you guys to pass this message on for students to get involved. There are prizes, as you heard at the beginning, so look for more information. I'll make sure you get it, but all Evanston students, kindergarten through 12th grade, we'd love them to participate. All right, so we're going to get back into it. Thank you, Mr. Mann, for playing the video for us. We hope you enjoyed it. Today, we are talking about voicing your vote, a vote your voice. It's time, y'all. We have to get out. We have the NAACP here with us and their partners, and we're talking about the importance of voting. So we already talked about voting efforts. We talked about key dates. So now we have Tracy Brown Powell, my friend Tracy, to talk about what and who's on the ballot. Really important.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. I love being a part of the NAACP. It's my first year, so one of many years that I hope to be a part of. I love working with Ms. Shaw and everyone else. And so my charge today is to let you know what's on the ballot, because we don't just want to vote for the president. There's so many other folks on that ballot that we need to pray for and vote for. Sorry, we need to pray for them too, though. So my son, who is away at school, his absentee ballot came in the mail. He said he gave me permission to just show everyone what it looks like. So this is the ballot that you're going to see if you use a mail-in ballot. So on the top of that ballot, of course, is the president. And then you have the United States Senator, U.S. Representative of the 9th District, your state representative of the 17th District, your proposed amendment, which a lot of folks should have gotten this in the mail a couple weeks ago. And if you just set it to the side, please pick it up and read it, because it's very important, because we have to vote for that 1970 Illinois Constitution that was mailed out, and this is the fair tax that they're talking about. If you need a copy of it, you can reach out to www.cyberdriveillinois.com, or you can mail it to 111 East Monroe Street in Springfield, Illinois. So please get this copy. If you have it, if you're throwing it out somewhere, you can get additional copies. So make sure you read it so you know what you're voting for on there. Also, we are voting for the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. So please, especially for those people who live in the south suburbs where, they have those water issues. So that's very important that's going to be on that ballot as well. Also, judges retention is on there. There's so many judges on there and so many people. I get questions on, who should I vote for? All of these judges on here, I just want to do the president. But no, it's very important that we vote from the top all the way down. And if you have any questions on who these judges are and what they represent, please go to illinoiscourts.gov. And you can type in the person's name. I did that just this morning just to make sure that I'm not giving out false information. And you can put the person's name in there and you can find out everything that they their qualifications and what their court cases and all of that. Because these judges, they have the ability to oversee all types of cases. So it's very important that we vote for those judges as well. Another credible site is ballotpedia.org. You can find out all information. Of course, everyone's been saying Cook County Clerk Office. If you don't know if you're registered, if you want to get registered, you still have time to do that. But yeah, I don't want to take up so much time, but yeah, it's just a lot. I want to stress that this ballot is very important, not just the presidency, okay? And also, if you go to the polls, make sure you mask up.
Thank you.
Everything's all right.
And she got her NAACP mask.
Yeah.
So Tracy is behind the mask with us. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And it's so important to kind of to study this ballot and don't go in a rush to vote. Don't go if you're rushing. Go when you can take your time. And like Tracy said, we voted from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Top to bottom. This is our lives. Our lives are depending on this vote.
Amen.
So, thank you, Tracy. That was really, really valuable information. Okay, we have Miss Coley, Miss Eva Coley. She's coming to us and she's going to talk about working on Election Day. And some of us want to hear this and need to hear this. So Miss Coley, welcome. Is Miss Coley here?
Can you hear me? Oh, there's. Okay. I'm Eva Coley from Evanston North Shore Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, where Marcina Augusta is the president, and we're enjoying working with the NAACP as a partner because if we all work together, we can change some things. So what I'm going to talk about is a couple of things. First of all, on National Voter Registration Day, which was September 22nd, my committee and I went out in the community and to pass out information on voting and to encourage people to get registered and to vote. We passed out about 200 information sheets. It was really interesting, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's a concern that I know we all have, and I just want to reinforce it. African American men are not voting and don't want to vote and don't have a problem telling you that they don't want to vote. So I have been preaching and fussing and trying to encourage everyone to tell their nephews, their sons, their grandsons, whatever, they need to vote. It's very, very important. We were out from 7:15 in the morning till approximately 6 o'clock that day, passing out literature, talking to people, checking their registrations. So, and people of our other persuasions, they were like, yep, we're going if we have to crawl there. So we need to get out there and work. Now, we're going to talk about opportunities for work on Election Day. And they're begging people. They're begging for people to come and work. A lot of the seniors that usually do these jobs are not working this year because of COVID-19. There is a need for election judges. There's a need for polling place technicians. And also for both of these positions, kids can apply. If they're 16 years old, they can apply for these jobs. They have to have a certain GPA. If you're a college student or a high school student, you must have a GPA of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. But you can go online to cookcountyclerk.com to apply on the application is online. Please encourage people. They need it. The money can range from like $200 to $365, depending on whatever the position there is. So please talk it up. I know there's some young people out there, since the day is a holiday, they're free. They could use that money and plus get a good learning experience in the process. So that's all I have. Thank you so much.
No, Ms. Coley, thank you. And thank you, NAACP and all your partners and all the advocates. I've heard some things today. I heard we owe it to our ancestors. I heard it's not too late. I heard vote from top to bottom. And Ms. Coley, I heard that out of your survey, African-American men especially are saying they're not voting. So I have one African-American male on with us, our advocate, Glenn. Glenn, I want you to address that if you can real quick.
You know, a lot of Black men feel left out of the system. And, you know, we also feel left out at home, in our home system, in our family nucleus. We feel left out. So I can see why Black men would say that, but I'm saying to all Black men, it's time to wake up. It's time to fight. It's time to protect. You know, we have to take what is ours, which is our right to vote. I'm not going to let you tell me what sign to carry, what song to sing. And I think all the brothers need to start with that attitude, because we've been taken advantage too long. We've been mistreated too long. So now it's time to get right, and let's do it at the ballot.
We've been down for too long, y'all. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, advocates. Mr. Mann, I know we ran a little over. This was an important issue. It's time to vote, 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 vote. We have a site, Vote Like Your Life Depends on It, because it does. It does. It really does. Vote from top to bottom and get out there. And there's some opportunities. I believe I saw $200 a day or for the day for some of these positions. Now that's some good lunch money. So we'll put all this stuff in the chat. Everybody be safe. Have a happy Saturday. There's some important events going on at the Jacob Blake Manor. There's a rally today, a peace rally. I believe it begins at 2. Tomorrow there's a Year of Kindness peace offering at the Canal Shore at McCormick and Oakton. And of course, there's our Behind the Mask Challenge. So a lot going on. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Cam, don't go yet. Don't go yet. I'd like to hear from all my advocates today. Oh, this is the first day, Cam. We're back. We're back. I haven't heard from.
I was respecting the time. I love you, Mr. Man.
No, that's your. This is.
All right. So I see Mr. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is your community radio, so there's no issue as time. So I'd like to hear from Miss Betty. I'd like to hear from everybody else on the panel. All right.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Well, Miss Betty,
someone asked me about early voting hours, the hours for early voting. If I can share that. So for weekdays, 8:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. for early voting. Saturday 9 to 5 and Sunday 9 to 5. So everyone knows
again,
that.
if somebody can put all these things in the chat, in the comments as we're live, so people can keep up with this, and then they'll live there forever. Miss Betty, you got called out, so we're going to go ahead and let you say your piece this morning.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm glad to be back. I missed being out the month of September, so I'm happy to see all of your faces. I'm Betty Collins. I am the director for Reba Early Learning Center. It was me that asked that question about early voting hours, because I intend to be there bright and early as soon as they open on October 19th. Thank you all for sharing this information with us. I think it's very important. We all need to get out and vote, make sure our voices are heard, because we cannot change systems without having our voice be a part of that conversation. Thank you.
Yeah. Kim?
Yes, Michelle.
Yeah, I am so glad he said that.
It's our community station, Mr. Man, always. And
yes,
always,
thank you
always obliged.
So much. The last thing that I wanted to say, which is probably the most important thing, is that we have 31 days left. And what can we do as a community in those 31 days? So here are some suggestions from the NAACP. Okay. If you have done a mail-in ballot, be sure that it's completed correctly. And if you're in doubt, if you're unsure about anything, please ask for assistance for that. Participate in early voting if that's possible for you. Be prepared at the polls. Take the needed candidate information that you need with you. Take 2 pieces of ID and your own personal PPE equipment. Be prepared for the lines just in case. Take a folding chair if you can, but don't get out of the line. You can text 10 or more friends to encourage them to vote and request them to do the same. Then ask them to text 10 more friends and encourage them to vote. Do a reminder text on November 2nd. Contact anyone that you know that may need assistance or transportation. And for those millennials and Generation Z people, blow up Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and any other platform that you use to encourage voting. If you'd like to do phone banking or texting, it's not too late. We have 31 days. You can contact the NAACP at NAACP letter EV@gmail.com.
All right, Ms. Shaw, thank you. Ms. Shaw said, blow it up. Blow it up, y'all. We are not playing. Mr. Mann has granted us some more time to hear from a few more of our advocates. I see Daphne. Daphne's with us. What's your message this morning?
Hi, good morning. Thank you guys for being here today and giving us all this great information. My message is just get out there and vote. It's very important that we all vote this election. So, yeah.
Thanks, Daphne.
Welcome.
Trina.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katrina Gregory. I'm a lifelong resident of Evanston, and I'm so happy to be back today. And I just want to say, get out and vote. I am now the proud mother of 2 children who can vote, so we go do it as a family. Make it a family affair and head on out there. One question I do have is, I now have a child who's in college and she has her ballot. Can someone explain the process for that? Like how I get to her, how does she send it in?
Thanks, Trina. You broke up a little bit. I believe she's asking about absentee ballots. I love family voting too. I don't want to skip that over. Please go out and vote as a family. That's amazing. Ms. Shaw or Tracy, can someone tell us about absentee ballots?
Yeah, I'm not sure what her concern is about the absentee ballot. You know, we've heard a lot of information that is pretty negative, you know, about it. As far as I know, there is still no concern at all with mail-in or absentee ballots.
Well, my daughter is, I'm sorry, away at college. Do I send her ballot to her and she mail it from college, or how does that work?
No, it doesn't matter where she mails it from.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Trina. Thank you. I don't believe I see any other advocates. The camera's on. Marquise, are you? Oh, I see Miss Joanne. Miss Joanne, our partner advocate for action. Come on, Miss Joanne.
Hi. Thank you for a great program today. I'm glad to see everyone. I'm glad I'm back. I have meetings in between, but I'm always watching and listening on Facebook. But my message is to not lose focus. Whatever's happening in the news, let's not lose focus. I don't want anybody to be hurt by COVID. Of course we don't. But let's stay focused, because, you know, everything happens for a reason, and we just got to stay focused. That's my whole thing. And I want to tell everyone that with my group, we are doing a vote voting. We do voting every time the voting comes around. So, Miss Kim, I love the mask, and we tried to do it. It's just not. We just need help with it, the video. But I'm teaching them very early the importance of voting so that they can carry that on with them. So my whole thing is stay focused. Everyone, please stay focused.
I love it, Miss Joy. Stay focused. And Family Focus has been doing mock elections since I was there, and I was there 100 years ago. But we appreciate that. Youth need to know early that, you know, it's important. Again, as Ms. Shaw said, we owe it to our ancestors. We owe it to them. So before we get to my quiz, I'm going to ask Tracy. Tracy, can you please put the websites, not in the chat, but on our Facebook Live?
I sure can. Yeah, I will do that. Yep.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Marquise, Advocate for Action, President.
Good morning, everyone. It's so glad to be at Community Coffee this morning and see all of the community here. Thank you so much for all of your great information. I am clearly under the mask because I am out in the community right now getting ready to hit the streets and get some signatures for my current election that will happen in April.
Yeah.
So I will be out at the Jacob Blake rally this afternoon at 3 o'clock on Emerson. So if anyone is out in the community, please mask up and come out and sign my petition to help me get on the ballot for School Board District 65. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great Saturday.
Thank you, Marquise. That's another election coming up. So we are on it and on all sides, locally, nationally. We got it covered. We got it covered. So those are the cameras I see on right now. But thank you guys so much for joining us. This information is invaluable, invaluable. Thank you so much. I love Evanston in our community because we come together. People in the comments center, happy to see Tracy and Miss Shaw and Miss Bradley, Miss Eva. You know, and I love that we can pull you guys together on this platform and share some great information. So again, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody go to goodcountyclerk.com and get your information.
Yes.
Okay, again, Ms. Bradley, Cook County Clerk.
Yes, cookcountyclerk.com. Go to elections. Illinois, again, is very generous. What if you don't have a state ID or driver's license? That website will show you what forms of IDs that the Illinois, will accept. So we're a very generous state. Don't let not having a state ID or driver's license stop you from registering. If you know someone who's homeless, yes, they can register, but they have to use the address that they received their paper mail. Illinois is a very generous state. There's no reason not to vote. And yes, if you have a young African-American male around you, grab him, get him to the poll. My son knows. I've been out on the street getting registrations for years. He knows to get himself to the poll. Maybe it's not your candidate. Maybe it's not your preferred candidate, but do your research and make a choice and let your vote count.
Vote your voice. No excuses. No excuses. Miss Eva, before we get off the air, Miss Eva, I have one last question. Where do people apply for these positions that we talked about?
The cookcountyclerk.com website. You have to apply online. So it is very easy. Okay, you have to apply online. But I wanted to add something to what Kathy said. If you have served your time, you're a felon and you served your time in Illinois, you also can vote. So I don't think a lot of people know that. If you have served your time, you can vote.
Okay. Again, more important information. Everything is online. So get your students, or if you want to work yourself election day, or you know someone who does, get online this afternoon when we get off the air and apply. It's very easy, and they need folks. We need bodies, and we'd like to see bodies like ours. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. Thank you.
Great job, Cam. Thank you.
is Daisy Copeland, and I'm 40 years old. I'm a working mom of 2 girls. I'm married, and I live here in Evanston, Illinois. I decided to become a member of Advocates for Action because I found that it was a really innovative way to get involved in the community. Basically recognizing that as a citizen, you don't necessarily have to have a title or a leadership position to empower yourself and be an active voice and make change.
My name is Glenn Mackey, and happily married, and I'm a father of a daughter. Advocates for Action, I think, basically to make it really simple, they're a group of concerned residents, citizens of Evanston, that have got together, organized ourselves, educated ourselves, and started a process of continuous learning and understanding and incorporating different ideas into our environment so we can start liberating people and educating people.
The approach that I wanted to have as it pertains to the model of training for Advocates for Action, we call it the 4 Ds. It is determine, develop, deploy, and deepen.
So the training with Pastor Dillard for me, I will say, was very interesting. I absolutely loved it. I look forward to my Saturdays, and I will go away, reevaluating some things.
What makes Advocate for Action different than any other group is that we have over 40 organizations that we partner with, more resources.
The issues that I'm excited to see the Advocates for Action help the city with is, frankly, issues that we're struggling with right now. And I think that, hearing the voices from a lot of people around this community will make sure that some of the social service programs and the really important youth programs that we have in the community are protected.
My vision is for this group to become a cohort.
My hope for the future of Advocates for Action is more members of our community will find their voice.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate.
Listening to Evanston Cradle to Career on Radio La Difference. Please tune in again next Saturday for another